It's time for the Steve and Kyle podcast with Kyle.
So if we need to define the parties...
Yeah, because it's a cuckold situation, but I don't know who's the cuck. Is it the cuck and the old?
We need a checklist of involved parties. We would have a cuckold.
I don't know. Is the cuckold, or is it, because I've always heard it just referred to as the cuck.
Hey, all you fringe pornography friends. Send us a scoop.
And Steve.
Hey, you. Yeah, you, the one who loves watching your wife get plowed by your friend.
Tim, who's always putting your pineapple upside down in the grocery cart, just hoping to get a wink. Because there'd be a cucker.
Is there a cucker?
The cucky would be Bubba.
Is Bubba the cucked?
So is he the cuck/cucky, and then she's the cucker?
Now, here they are, two guys who are living in style, Steve and Kyle.
Good morning. Or afternoon or evening or whatever you're listening to this.
I'd like to think we have a lot of morning listeners.
Yeah, Rise and Shine with Steve and Kyle. Ooh, Rise and...
My God.
Are we 477 episodes in and we're thinking about a change to the title?
You know,
Rise and Shine with Steve and Kyle.
Well, I wouldn't think change at this point. Obviously, we've come too far, and we're far too established in the podcast game.
Yeah, we wouldn't want people being confused.
I think you may have just stumbled upon another... I mean, you've already done enough damage to further bury Johnny the Duck and Lisa.
Mm-hmm. R.I.P. Johnny the Duck.
With Rise and Shine with Steve and Kyle, where you and I would have...
It's close enough to rhyming.
It is. It's really nice.
It's just as good as Sports Tate.
I'm thinking a direct rip-off of the Today logo. Like with the half sun in the back, and then the words, and then you and me just sipping, chatting.
Yeah. Now, of course, it's got to be Rise apostrophe N.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but I really love that. I really love taking full words.
Oh, yeah,
and truncating them and putting the apostrophe in there. Or a dash or something. Yeah.
Now, we need to recruit a very friendly and congenial weatherman.
Mm-hmm.
And then...
He's got to have a snappy weather name, too.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, it has to be like a quick, like a firm, quick name.
Lightning Strikes.
I mean, boy, talk about on the nose. That's...
Let's go.
You've hit it.
Let's go to our weatherman. Lightning Strikes. Yep. And then he gives the weather for the major city that we're in.
Yep.
And then he does that thing where he says, and now let's pause to take a look at weather in your neck of the woods.
Yeah.
And that's when all the local affiliates cut in.
Have to change it just enough, though, so we don't get sued by Big Al.
I don't know who you're talking about.
But, yeah. Oh, man, I kind of like that. Maybe we come out of the break with that. Maybe we come out of the break with our version, the top of the show.
All right, well, we need some... Yeah, I'll see what I can do to find some...
We'll scour the K-Mac catalog.
to find some morning show appropriate, family-friendly, happy chat music.
Yeah, I mean, are we going to be like the headline-based program? Are we going to be...
Oh, I think I found one. Hold on, let's see.
Oh.
Well, probably not. Old Lang Syne doesn't exactly fit the bill.
I meant to text you last night, Steve, because I have a couple of questions for you.
There's so much we have to get to today, by the way. Yeah. The fact that we're recording as early as we are, because for the reason that we are, I'm blown away by this.
And you texted me last week, and in all of my discretion, I didn't text for any follow-up that you have another beef, which, again, this is rare for you. You don't have many beefs. Mm-mm. That's me. I just started a beef with a semi-retired swimmer the other day. Okay?
It's got to be Michael Phelps.
No. It was the guy who wanted to swim with the oar.
Oh, okay.
I really just wanted to get on the news. I didn't even check how far he made it. I'm guessing, again, to the second buoy, and then blamed undercurrent or something, or his...
water's cold.
Or his cold toesies, and turned around and called it a day. Again, I haven't checked. But yeah, you said you have a beef, and I neglected in following up with you. So I was out last night, and my question to you, because this is where I have trouble separating like your life as a parent and your life as a person, right?
Mm-hmm. Mine specifically?
No, just in general.
Okay.
Because Reed will go to my mother-in-law's on Fridays for her to watch and bring the summer, and then pick him up. Usually, he'll come home, whatever, just normal day. But every now and then he'll do a sleepover there on Friday.
Okay, isn't that great? It's like a free.
But that's why I come here to ask you.
Like a free day, a free night.
I sit here today, feeling like not wasted. I shouldn't say wasted. I don't know what to do.
So he was there last night. He's still there now?
Yeah. I'm going to go meet him right after this recording. But we'd planned, Katie had said, well, let's go see. We wanted to see a movie, so we went and saw a movie. But then after that, it's 8:00. And then I'm sitting there with not a clue in the world. Because 8:00 is usually bedtime around our house. And then it's usually where I'll take the dogs for a walk. And, a couple nights a week, I'll play video games with a couple of friends for an hour.
So are you feeling confused on what to do, obviously, but are you feeling guilty or?
I always feel a little bit guilty. I think that's just me walking around.
No, you're a sucker. Anytime those kids are away, you feel happy.
I
love my children to death.
Yeah.
But man, it's great when they're at Nima and Grandpa's house for a night or two.
But do you feel not guilty? I guess guilty is the word, about not taking proper advantage of those? Do you feel like you need to then have an agenda, right? Because if you find yourself just sitting on the couch for, an extra 6 hours compared to the norm, you're like, oh, yeah, the kids weren't here tonight.
I think you did all right, though. You went out to a movie?
Went to a movie. We stopped on the way home and got a drink at the bar right next to our house.
There is no reason to feel guilty at all.
I feel like
if you had just literally sat on the couch and ate Cheetos,
right,
and watched "Ouch My Balls" on TLC.
Well, that's a Netflix show,
right?
"Ouch My Balls" is a Netflix exclusive, and I'm going to post it on the poll.
Yeah, it used to be on TLC, but then they made it R-rated, put it on Netflix. So you got to have a subscription. No, I think you did great. You don't have to worry about that at all. Even if you had sat on the couch eating Cheetos and watching "Ouch My Balls," you're good. Sometimes you just need that, how it is. You just need that reset. You need that. I don't want to do anything night. Parenting's not easy. I'm not breaking any news here. I'm not parenting, but sometimes you just got to do that. It's great. We have this weekend is the first weekend in, I don't know, probably a month where we don't have any set plans where we have to, we got to be this place at this time or we're going here.
Well, and that you're home too.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, between work.
Yeah. A bunch of traveling. And I don't feel bad at all about planning nothing for this weekend because next weekend and the weekend after that, it starts right back up again through the end of the summer where we have stuff all the time. I don't feel bad about it at all. I think that is something that people talk about that I can never relate to. Okay. That whole I feel guilty. I'm just sitting here today. Nope. Don't feel guilty about that. Embrace that. Those times are so rare when you have kids running around that you need to take full advantage of it.
I feel like having that night happen, then I wake up and I'm like, man, maybe we should have put on some nice clothes, maybe gone out dancing, maybe gone out, go cut a rug.
You?
Oh, Steve, you don't know me at all if you don't think that I love to cut a rug.
Cutting a rug, yeah.
I love a good dance. Now, I typically...
That's why Rug Cutting Kyle, that was your nickname back in
high school.
College.
That was high school all the time. People like, hey, Kyle, Rug Cutting Kyle, you going out tonight? About you know it, Jimmy!
All right, we need merch with your face superimposed onto John Travolta's body doing the Saturday Night Fever.
What's really good news, though, you don't have to adjust my hairline for John Travolta's at all. One and the same.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. One in the same. Okay. Yeah. Thank you. I think it's a little bit of busybody syndrome, and I don't love that about myself, but I feel like even sitting somewhere, sitting there for a couple hours, even on an evening, even when Reed is there and just not doing anything, and I'm like, I think we got to go. We got to do something. If it's a Saturday on a weekend, where we don't have anything scheduled, but we're just kind of hanging out. But it's a decent enough day. I'm like, we should be moving. Let's go do this. You know, I could, in my mind right now, I'm like, well, I could return pop cans to the store. I know Reed likes to help with that. I know we got to go to the baseball store. I want to look for this. And, you know, all of these things. And I think it's not being lazy, but I'm thinking to myself, oh man, I should be doing something semi-productive.
Yeah, I get that it's very weird. I get that especially on Sunday mornings.
Really?
Where I wake up and I'm so motivated and I'm like, no, I don't want to just sit here for an hour while the kids are eating breakfast and we're sipping coffee. Like, let's go. I don't know what it is about Sunday mornings, but for me, that's my day where I'm like, okay, hey, we got to get this done. I started this last night. I didn't finish it, so I'm gonna knock that out first, and then while the paint's drying on this, I'm gonna be doing this.
Yes,
that is, it's relatable. But I don't understand what it is. I don't know if it's like a chemical thing, or if it's just me like mentally preparing for the week,
like getting back into the mode of being productive, like having to be, you know, kind of on your toes. That's interesting because in this town especially, Sunday mornings, you being antsy for about 1 hour, I've got, based on how many are in this neighborhood or in this area, I've got tens of thousands of people who could line you up to keep you occupied for about that hour.
Yeah, I may have to, quell that a bit and not advertise because I don't want door knockers. I don't want people saying, "Hello, friend. Have you thought about
hey, Steve,
this path in life?"
Heard the podcast this week. Have you heard about the Fourth Reformed?
Fourth?
I don't know how many times you can reform.
If I'm going anywhere, it's the first.
I had a mini real stand-up bit about a month ago on our way to this. When I talked about it in this podcast, on our way to what may be my very last wedding ever, because I don't know when the next one may come.
Yeah. That
it was at the Third Reformed Church. So I busted out the good material for Katie.
Boy, here we go.
Now, what do you think happened to the first and the second?
Well, they're not good enough?
Someone get bought out?
Yeah, it's got to be Bobcat voice, though.
It doesn't work. If I'm not doing the bit as Bobcat, the bit doesn't work.
Hey,
what do you think number one, leapfrog number two?
And then it just turns into that, like, Dr. 789.
And then smash a watermelon.
Right.
Because that's how all good comedy routines end.
Yeah, you do that. Why was 6 afraid of 7? Because 7, 8, 9. Then morph into Gallagher.
Yes, of course. It's always a blend of the greatest comedians this world's ever known.
Yeah.
Bobcat Goldthwait and Gallagher. But I thank you for making me feel a little bit better.
Man,
that is,
you're good.
The other time, I did a visual scan, a full scan of the room last night at this bar we went to. It's a local one. You and I have gone there to have a drink or two.
Oh, yeah. And I know exactly what you're talking about.
And
we got to go there again. Should we set up like a listener meet and greet?
There might be a little bit. I'm okay with doing that idea, by the way. It's so unfathomably loud there. Like Katie was 18 inches in front of me and she was practically yelling. It's one of the worst setup rooms. It's an old Pizza Hut.
Yes.
Okay. It's not intended for this many people and a jukebox.
Right. Yeah. I mean, it was intended for 4 employees making pizza, max 3 customers waiting in line.
Right. And a buffet right in the center. Yeah. But that jukebox is why I say this to you today, because I did a visual scan. I almost got up and walked the room because I thought, is Steve here?
Oh.
I thought maybe you guys were out and maybe you saw us from a corner, because we walked in, we saw another kind of a casual friend I know I've known since high school, waved to him. He came over and said hi. And I thought maybe Steve and Annette are out, whatever.
Yeah.
Because about halfway through the night, Katie's telling me a story and I'm having a large amount of difficulty understanding the story and hearing. Mm-hmm. Because over the airwaves, in that same volume of touch tunes around the world, come the dulcet tones of the one and only Gordon Lightfoot.
Goddamn right.
And it's the wreck of the Eddie Fitz.
Mm-hmm. Did everyone get up and put their hand on their heart, take their hats off?
So I hear it. And you know that twang.
Yeah. song. Of course I know that twang. We sing it every November.
No other successful songs had that twang. None. And I say that Willie Nelson.
Yeah.
I say that with old Hank Williams. Whatever you want to include in that category.
Yeah.
No song with that level of twang has had that level of success. So I'm looking around because I'm thinking, is Steve must be here.
So you thought that I was
This was the
incognito.
call.
Yeah, like I saw you.
Yes.
I saw you guys sitting across the bar, and I thought this will get his attention.
This is the bat signal. So now, when this ever happens,
Okay.
like if you know I'm out somewhere, if I know you're out somewhere, and you need attention.
If I know that you're out somewhere, I'm logging in remotely to the TouchTunes app. I'm going to say, yeah, I know exactly where Kyle's at, and I'm going to pay for it to play 38 times in a row.
Now, granted, nowadays TouchTunes is going to be $145.
Right.
But the joy you're going to get from 6 hours of Edmund Fitzgerald playing is well worth it.
Not just me. I'm not doing this just for me. I'm doing this for everyone in attendance.
Somebody obviously did choose it because the table in the corner with three older gentlemen were singing and toasting with their beers
Of course they
to the
were.
wreck of the Eddie Fitz. I'd like to think you and I got in early enough on what I think is pretty safe to call the revival of the wreck of the Eddie Fitz.
I think so. I'll take credit for that. Absolutely.
Because that song, I feel like in the last 5 to 10 years, has gotten more popular than it was for the middle 20 whatever years of its initial popularity, its downswing. Boy, is it back.
Yeah, it's back. I mean, I'm sure that some of that has to do with Gordo's death a couple of years back.
That's right.
But yeah, I'll take credit for that.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to see that you and I discussing the scam that cook pulled on all of those poor sailors.
Yeah. 28 souls. We're not including the 29th.
No, at this point, the 29th is Gordo.
Yeah.
The 29th soul is Gordon Lightfoot. I feel like you and I have a hand. If anybody out there did not know of the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald before this podcast, we need to talk to you because I need to know if it's now in your regular rotation.
It's got to be.
Because if that song is in your rotation, I need to report you to the FBI. Welcome back. This is Rise and Shine with Steve and Kyle. 72 degrees, sunshine this morning. We'll check in with lightning strikes in a little bit.
I love it. All right, that's our new thing.
MLB trade deadline the other night. A lot of headlines coming up. That's from Jack hits the ball.
Yeah, he's Russian. Hits the ball.
Jack hits the ball. Obviously, he's wearing like his uniform.
Yeah,
because he's a sports guy.
Yeah,
right?
He's a former baseball player.
Right.
Yeah, never got past AA, but he's trying.
It's beautiful.
They send him down to spring training or maybe out to the Grapefruit League every year, and he does a bit where he tries to like hit a knuckleball.
Yeah, always blames like the one toe injury in high school on his inability to make the bigs. Again, that's Jack hits the ball.
Yeah.
Tossing it to lightning strikes for the weather on Rise and Shine with Steve and Kyle.
Yeah. Kyle, I need to ask, why are we recording at 8 a.m. on a Saturday, and why is it for a reason that I would normally give?
Yeah. Yeah, boy, this is a real...
This is like a switching, it was like a very Freaky Friday switching of the roles type thing.
See, I got big plans.
Yeah?
Today. Big old plans today.
When you texted me,
because
I texted you maybe on like Thursday or something. I said, hey, what day, did we decide what day we're recording this week? Because I think we kind of left it up in the air. And you said, wait, let me actually pull up the text so I can read it. You said, I don't believe we've selected a day yet. I said, want to shoot for Saturday. You said, let me check. I may be trying a car DIY then.
Steve, that day is here.
Oh, boy.
And D.I. Kyle is going to be at it.
Dick Kyle.
Right? D.I. Kyle going to be at it in mere, at this point, minutes. Because I've decided that, unlike in my previous, however many vehicles I've had now, which is, percentage of what you've owned over the years.
Boy, I need to add it up one day.
You should, yeah. I asked my friend UP Chris to do that too, and I believe he may have given me a number. And I said to him when I was in the UP the other day, I said, is 6 vehicles for the two of you too many? And he turned around to the guy behind, another local. So he was able to, put his teeth back in. Nice man. That's an unfair shot.
Did he speak with words, or was it like a series of clicks and grunts?
It was half hand signals.
Was it like you were talking to a third base coach and he was telling you to bunt?
He swept his arms a couple times. I said, I got you. He said, is 6 cars too many? And this guy said, without missing a beat, I thought this was America. Because Chris told me later that he has about 20 cars piled up at his property currently.
Chris does?
No, this other guy.
Okay.
Yeah, so between the two of them, they're fielding a NASCAR race.
Okay.
Between their two properties.
How many's Chris got in his collection?
I want to say it's 5 or 6.
All running? All usable.
All usable.
Does he use them on all? Does he pay for insurance on all of them?
Does not pay for insurance, all of them. I don't even know if they have insurance up there. I really don't. I think it's like, you pay your dues to the county if you pick up another tree branch that fell over the road.
Okay.
Okay, that's just the way it works.
Gotcha.
And you go down to the county office, shake your tree branch at the office, they give you a wave, and they don't even give you a sticker. They just remember you.
Yeah.
Like, no. Chris picked up that tree branch last August.
Yeah, there's like 40 people.
He's good till next August.
Okay.
So let car number 5 go without additional insurance. Yeah, I took a ride. Yeah, I want to say I took a ride in probably 3 of those vehicles when we were up there.
Anything impressive?
Oh, good God, no. No. I think one of them has like a running vent, like for air conditioning.
Okay.
One of them has the proper amount of seats.
Okay.
So, no.
Man.
Not at all.
Can we trade you for Chris? Because I think I'd get along with Chris a lot better than you.
There's no question. At this point, you and I are just getting by.
Send you to the UP.
Yeah. Oh, God, please don't.
Chris and his car collection.
Down here.
Move in with your wife and your son.
Yeah. I mean, boy, he really wants you to come up there, by the way, and bring the Jeep.
Oh, boy. I don't know if it would make it. That's like 9 hours.
At this point, Steve, it wouldn't make it to your fence. It's still not running.
That's insulting.
Neither here nor there. We don't have time for that today. But yeah, we're recording early because I'm about to get some grease on these hands.
Yeah?
I have deciding to keep this car, which again, I've never really done. I've always been, I don't know why it just became part of the system for me, is I would have a car and I would get it either paid off or close to paid off and I'd go get a new one. So I'd just have a constantly.
See, you're no better than me.
I never said that.
You love buying vehicles just as much as I do.
The problem is the difference is I've only done it 4 times in my life.
Well, you also buy them like from a dealership where
Correct.
they're running and driving
and
4 wheels,
clear titled. The first car you had the first car you bought when we started this podcast was the murder Jeep, if I remember right. So you started from there, and you have not
Oh yeah.
And then your most recent one that you finally just sold was like a hail damage.
Hail
vehicle,
damage,
right?
Yeah.
So while you scour those because you have the ability to make them whole again, to varying degrees. Comanche would disagree. I don't have that. So I've decided, though, I want to keep this car for the foreseeable future. I don't know why. This past year and a half, I have been in nothing. It's just me getting older. I've been in nothing but debt clearing mode. Mm-hmm. I think if there's ever a sign that I have become an adult,
that's middle age right there.
Outside of married, having a house, having a kid, it was the idea of ooh, money in bank, me buy things. Which I think you have. What's the age do you think that ends?
I will let you know when I get there. Well, I love acquiring things.
Right, but to the degree of hey, I got $150. I get paid on Friday. I could buy this thing for $120, and I could survive on $30 for the next 4 days. Which I don't know about you. I did that all the time in high school at my first job.
Yeah,
right?
well, I mean, when you're young, you don't understand. at risk of sounding so old, like, you don't understand the value of $1.
No, you don't. You don't.
I mean, you just don't get it.
You don't.
You want that instant gratification that I need that, whatever that is, I need it now. Mm-hmm. And it's going to give me that like shot of, is it serotonin or something that kind of, that makes you happy in that moment. You'll deal with the consequences of having $4 to your name later.
Yeah. I only need one meal the next 3 days. I'm fine.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll just stop at my parents' house and like, raid the fridge.
And then in college, money isn't real.
Money's not real.
Because you have loans and all of this other stuff that you're like.
If you're living on campus, you got a meal plan. You have, you have room and board. What else do you need? God, that was great. If I could go back to college for one thing, it would just be for a meal plan.
For food. Yeah. So like every day, you're guaranteed these things a day.
Yeah. I could stop by the dining hall 3 times a day. Done.
So, but so it's sometime after college, I think, where it becomes the idea of, hey, I should be looking to get that number larger in my account, not just making sure it's above 0 by every paycheck. Mm-hmm. And for me, that hit to a different level a couple of years ago. And I just became, I don't want to have any payments.
Yeah.
I want to get rid of all of those.
Yeah. I don't like owing people anything.
So I paid off my car, paid off my student loans, went through the process of getting the title in my name for my car. So that, whatever, all this stuff.
Yeah. This is all during COVID when,
things were looking real good.
Just cashing checks.
I think we can all agree it got worse since COVID, right? Like the world's only gotten worse.
No, I don't know. I mean, it depends on your perspective.
That is true. There's apparently a lot of people out there who thought it could get worse.
Yeah.
And here we are. So I want to keep this car. So there's a couple of things that I could do to remedy this problem. And I want to ask you how you would approach it for your daily driver.
Yeah.
Okay. And by the way, I quick interjection. I know Dan Scheich messaged and he was very upset. Mm-hmm. Were you willing to reveal the car you bought? Because we talked about the whole process of you getting a new car, and then you never revealed the car you got.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll reveal it.
Yeah, we'll do that later
by the end of the episode.
Yeah, no question. And the this car, it must be right where my elbow sits on the center console. Right? So it's got one of those kind of double latches.
You're already speaking my language. I'm so particular about my center consoles.
This thing I noticed a few months ago had a very slight tear in it. And I
like
thought,
the armrest part of it? Like the top lid. The upholstered, okay. Yeah.
The top lid, which is like that fake leather or vinyl, whatever.
Yeah.
So I started looking. Well, what are the ways to remedy this? And the most prudent option seemed to be they make fabric sleeves that can go over, replicate that color, and it just looks whatever, looks the same. And I thought, no, I don't want to do that. I do not want to take that way out today.
No.
And again, today in my head, in that scenario was more than 3 months ago. That's how long I put this off.
Sure. Yeah. Well, D.I. Kyle plans. Dick Kyle is a planning man.
So I found the OEM part, which is a official endorsed manufacturer part number.
Do you have to look that up?
That can't be right. And I found one, Steve.
Okay.
So for the last few months, I've had this replacement lid to the armrest center console part. And I've taken a few, let's call them haphazard hacks at this.
Wow.
I've come at it prying with a couple of different...
Prying, huh?
I have scoured ends of the internet. Okay. Looking for videos or instructionals or even personal DIY stories anywhere that Google would provide me the answer to of people who have done this.
Yep.
To replace this certain center console.
YouTube, everything. I mean, people...
There's nothing. There's nothing. I followed instructions for the 2013 Ford Fiesta. I followed instructions for a 2020 Ford Explorer.
And what do you got?
I have a Ford Escape 2017.
2017 Ford Escape.
And there's nothing. So I'm prying the top part of the lid and it's in great condition. And prying them apart and they pop apart. And then there's metal bars. I can't get it. I'm going from the back where the air vents, for rear seating cooling. and I'm sticking a big long screwdriver under there trying to pop that back off. There's a metal something back there, Steve, and I thought I better stop pulling. I don't know what I'm doing, but today's
the day.
Is the day. I think the entire center console from the pedal back is coming off.
Oh boy. Okay, so
what do you think? 60, 90 minutes?
Look, I'm with you on this because, like I said, I'm a center consolesman, just like you.
Yeah, you don't want to look like a real jerk.
There's nothing that irritates me more than like a tear or a rip or something in the center console. Look, my last car, I didn't like the style of the center console, so I removed the entire thing and put in the one from like the next model year where it had changed slightly. And that console that I got, it had a rip in the armrest. So I disassembled my whole old one and swapped it over to the new one because I was like, no, what am I, like, living in poverty with a half-inch rip in my center console?
Well, it always starts at a half inch.
Not going to happen.
It always starts at a half inch, and that's how it gets worse.
Yeah.
Okay, if you don't rip out one from another vehicle and put it in, it's only going to get worse. So I don't know what to do today, but we're going to go in. My father-in-law was very kind to print me off like the diagram of that whole
look at that
center console.
Is he on the inside? He knows somebody?
Oh yeah, he is the head fleet mechanic for a big company in town here. He knows exactly what he's doing and what he's looking at. But we haven't taken a long look at this.
You ever think about just giving it to him and being like, "Hey, can you do this?" And then going inside and doing something else for an hour and then coming back out.
Just really abusing that ability. Hey, God, it's a hot one out here today, huh? Anyway, I'll be inside.
Yeah, you're a fleet mechanic. This is basically your job. See ya.
Let me know if you need anything.
This car's part of the fleet, right?
When I had mentioned this to him a while ago, and again, I've had this new part sitting in my car. I've left it in my car.
Yeah, of course, because you got to look at it every day.
For like 3 months now. Yeah. He said, "Oh, no big deal. We can take the seat out, no problem." I thought, oh my goodness. This is bigger than I anticipated.
Seat coming out. Seat. I know that it sounds like a lot, but that's not much. 4 bolts, probably a wiring harness under the seat.
Really? That's it?
Yeah.
I would have assumed I had to take
the roof off or something.
Something insane.
Pull the engine out.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh man. I am, I'm dreading it. I hate this stuff. I cannot wait for it to be done. I've got another car problem that I have to tackle at some point
this?
too.
What do we got?
There's like a buzzing in the front of my dash. It's been there for about a year. Yeah. And I think that has to take away from pedals up. All of that has to come off.
So the whole dash.
The whole thing. Maybe I just do that today.
I think that, have you thought about trading it in?
I got to tell you, I have. I really have.
Because your console's got a little rip in it?
It's got a little rip in it, and I'm thinking, oh boy, the problems are starting now. It's only going to get worse.
Okay, how about this? What color's the interior?
Black.
Oh, perfect. You go to the store.
Yeah.
You get a roll. They call it gaffer's tape.
Okay.
You tear off about a 2-inch section of it.
Yeah.
Put it right there over the tear. You're golden. You're good to go.
I have to tell you, I don't hate that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, I am. For you now, if you knew this was coming, for whatever, maybe it's your Jeep, maybe it's your car, doesn't matter. Is this something you're like? Is this the Sunday morning jitters for you? Where like I want to get back out, I want to get out there and do this because 1, I know how to do it. 2, you kind of like doing it. And
I love doing it. There's a little project on the Comanche right now that I know that if I have 45 minutes today, I'm going to be out there chipping away at it.
Little problem on the Comanche?
Project.
Oh, project. Sorry.
I mean, yes, problem, but...
Gotcha. I misheard you. Maybe that's a real Freudian ear on my end when you bring up Comanche. You say project, I hear problem.
Yeah.
You say running, I hear dead.
I mean, I get it. It's been 5 years since I bought the thing. How many times have you seen it run?
Well, that's not fair because I've been in it running once, but I know it's run for the majority of the time you've had it. It's just been for the past year plus. It seems like, right? Has it been a year plus?
No, I drove that thing a lot last summer.
We're in August.
It was in... I actually was going back through Instagram the other day, and I was like, when did I pull a transmission out?
Remembering the good times.
Yeah. So I pulled up, I think it was November that I pulled the transmission out of it.
So it was running into October. So you might have had that thing out on Halloween for all we know.
Sure, yeah. Spooky truck.
So you're at 10 months of this thing being...
10 months. It sounds bad when you say it that way.
Well, sorry. Does it make it any better? It's only 9. Because it's August.
It was late November, so we'll say 8.
Sure. But this is something you'd say, hey, I'm going to get out there and I know where to start. Or I know how to start.
Yeah. I'm constantly, like, I have a whiteboard out in the shop that has all the little projects I want to do to the Comanche. And boy, there's nothing better than looking at that board and being like, I get to do this now. And then finishing it up and then crossing it off the list, because I can't just erase it from the whiteboard. I need to leave it on the whiteboard, but with a slash through it or a check mark next to it, because it gives me that sense of accomplishment.
There's nothing better than that.
Have you bought a whiteboard? I think you need to buy a whiteboard.
A car whiteboard?
A car whiteboard. Okay. Hang it up in your garage and then just write center console lid.
Boy, man.
That's it. Get the biggest whiteboard you can find, maybe a 36 by 48 or something.
Just cover it right on the wall when I drive in. So it's the first and only thing you see when you drive in and when you back out.
Up at the top, 3 letters, C-A-R. Car. So you know exactly what that whiteboard is for.
I have had 2 inner discussions about possible solutions for this in the past 48 hours. Mm-hmm. And one came to me about 3 minutes ago. The first one came a couple of nights ago when I took Reed. Katie had some work event in the evening. I took Reed to one of those local events where they have little booths and little games and trinkets, whatever.
Yep.
And him and I walked through there, and one of the first booths was for a local place. The guy was chatting with me for a minute, and I did not want to chat back, so I just mostly listened. Mm-hmm. And it was a local auto repair place.
Oh,
and I thought... they all have stuff to hand out to kids and people, and this was like a little flyer with a pen attached to it, so he handed me one, and maybe I just reach out and have them do it in like 1 hour.
Yeah.
Pay the $500 an hour labor charge that they're no doubt going to charge me because they see me coming from 2 miles away. Mm-hmm. And the other thought I had a few minutes ago was maybe I could just injure myself and not do it.
So those are the only 2 options?
I don't see any other way.
So you could just not do it.
No.
You have to injure yourself and not do it.
Got to make sure you understand you need an excuse.
Okay.
Like I busted, I pulled a muscle in my shoulder or... again, like that fake swimmer, like my bottom, my right middle toe is sustained some damage. I can't wait. I'm going to keep you updated.
Kyle, look, insulted. Yes, completely. Very insulted that you haven't asked your automotive friend Steve here for advice. Mm-hmm. Not even advice. Just if you had just said, hey, can you do this? Mm-hmm. Of course. You bring that thing over. You drive it up my driveway, onto the grass, through the gate, through my backyard, make a hard right at the big tree, then a hard left. Then you really have to give it some gas to bump up into the shop.
Sure.
Roll it right into the shop. We're going to get that thing
side
fixed.
because we have to move the Comanche to the...
Oh, yeah. I'll have the Comanche out of there.
And that we have to wait for a day that obviously didn't rain because I don't need my car getting stuck on the commute.
the commute through my yard.
Well, again, I have the video, by the way, and I'm posting it this week. I've neglected to post that of the trees growing back by Steve's garage. Mm-hmm. So that'll be posted this week. So you have to see what I have to drive over and through. And
2024
to get to grandmother's house we go.
2024 was a banner year for acorns.
Well, listen, I know I've tried to send you a video, and I know I've mentioned it to you maybe once about this other issue I'm having. At some point, would you be willing to maybe help me rip off the front dash and find out what's buzzing?
The whole thing, huh?
I'm gonna have to... I don't know that. I'm assuming based on the way this thing is constructed that it's going to have to come from bottom up to at least where the button for the ignition is. That has to come off there.
Look, we could just try and find out what the issue is first.
I'm thinking saw and hammer are the first two tools we're going to grab.
Because the like in my car, when I'm driving my car around, I there's a buzzing, a very slight buzzing. Now, I mean, if I turn the radio up to 3, it drowns it out.
Okay.
But knowing that it's there is driving me insane. So to me, when I'm driving, it sounds like it's coming from the front passenger side door.
Yeah.
It's something in there.
So far enough away from you also that even if it is a little louder, it's far enough away from you that over the rumble of that truck.
Again, no. This is in my car, like my regular
gotcha,
car.
Gotcha.
Oh God, the Comanche. If I had an issue with every little
there's a buzzing. Annette rolls her eyes, go, oh great, oh no.
So when Annette was in the car the other day, we were going somewhere, and I said, hey, do me a favor. And I turned the radio all the way down, and I said, try and figure out where that buzz is coming from. She said that it sounded like it was coming from my side. So sounds within the car are very weird. It may sound like it's coming from one side, and it's coming, like you may think, oh, it's the front right, it's the back left. So I'm thinking maybe we can partner up on this. You help me with mine, I help you with yours.
Absolutely. And again, saw and hammer are the first two tools, and the third tool is obviously going to be a blowtorch.
So you're just going
to burn it.
Just going to light it on fire.
I'd be happy to. I think your buzzing seems to be less offensive than mine. But again, I've just recently done 11 and a quarter hours with that buzz. On the way back from the UP.
You sent me a video of it, and to be honest, I couldn't really hear it. I don't think it translated in the video.
Hard to hear on the video. Sitting there will make you, if you have it, want to rip your hair out.
Okay.
Horrible. I'm coming to you. I'm coming to the Second Chance Jeep's garage.
Okay.
For this help coming up.
We'll change the sign to Second Chance Fords.
Second Chance all vehicles. All vehicles welcome here at the Second Chance Jeep's garage.
That's right.
Oh, I love it.
Well, good luck on your journey today.
I'll keep you updated. No, I have been a little hesitant, not hesitant, but I've been withholding. I do have my father-in-law helping today. And by helping, I mean, I'm going to be following him around. Well, he does.
Hey, boss. Need a screwdriver?
Do you need this wrench?
Maybe Bobcat will be there, too.
What do you mean, millimeters? Mine's only fractions.
I don't know why, but referring to the wrenches as fraction wrenches, it just makes everyone involved sound so much dumber.
Hey, do you need one of them star twisty things or the flat twisty things?
Hey, what number's on the top? What number's on the bottom?
You say honk the horn? Bobcat's a real car idiot.
But instead of beeping the horn, Bobcat just pulls out a rubber chicken.
Oh, boy.
Because that's what Bobcat does.
Bobcat obviously goes to the rubber chicken if the bit's not going well. You had sent me a text last week, and I don't take this lightly because I'm looking for a pat on the back. That I don't ask for details on this stuff. We talked about it on the last episode, I believe. That this is a sprinkle of info from you about something that in a normal relationship or friendship would be, well, what do you mean? What happened? That would be the follow-up. But for you and I,
it's basically note-taking.
It is. It's more meant for, hey, here's this info. We need to talk about it. So the only info I have made me furious. So I need to ask you again, because are you profiling now? Are you profiling those end of the driveway warriors?
Oh, absolutely. They're garbage, every one of them. Awful. Awful. I had actually forgotten about what this beef was about, and now, oh boy, am I pissed again.
Now, you are an above average end of the driveway warrior customer, and I say that because you pay for a post office box at the local post office.
That's right, P.O. Box 371.
We have a friend of the show who works for that business.
I'm ashamed to admit
Josh,
that I know him.
Who, again, a parent of a kid that Reed went to TK with, would chat with him multiple times a week. So when you text me out of the blue that you've got a new beef with the USPS, I naturally act like a comic book character from the 60s and roll up my sleeves and want to say, yeah, what about it, bub?
Do like the old fighting Irish fisticuffs.
Because now I've got to go to war. And I don't know why I've taken this battle upon myself. But
Kyle.
these guys are out there, rain, snow, winter in sight.
Oh, wow. Hey, we work all year. Neat. And no one else does that.
The mail comes to you for your delight, I think is how it goes.
Jeez, no one else has ever worked when it's raining before.
That's 24/7, 365, minus all the federal holidays, minus Sundays.
And Sundays, yeah.
And but other than that, I mean, they're out there about 175 days a year. And that's,
that's nearly half.
That's nearly half the year that they're delivering that local insurance sales pitch that you otherwise might not have.
Right.
So please tell me, Steve.
Return to sender be damned.
That's right. Yes. Leave in mailbox. Doesn't work. Tell me what happened, because this is, you have not been rankled in years.
I think you're going to be on my side, and that's saying a lot.
That's a bold
That is saying a lot. I mean, I know that young Kyle wanted to be an Into the Driveway Warrior.
Kind of still do.
Wanted to be a mailman.
Too late now, but still kind of.
Driving around in those 60-year-old Jeeps.
There's two sounds that you can recognize from your basement in your house. One, the mailman. Two, garbage trucks.
Yep. Yeah.
That's the quality of vehicle that they're driving.
Like, upgrade. Come on.
Yeah. Get them some, like...
Stamps are getting more expensive. I know you're pocketing that money somehow.
Boy, aren't they.
All right. So, as you know, a couple of weeks ago, I had been trying to sell my car. Been trying to sell my car for months at this point. Finally sealed the deal.
Gone.
Car's gone. Drove away. I took a video of it driving away from my house. Meant to send that to you. Never did.
Did you mail it?
No, but I, without getting into too many specifics, it wasn't as simple as I have a car. You want to buy my car? You give me money. Right. I give you the title.
Issues with the title, not issues with the title, but it was a reclaim.
Not even that. That's unrelated.
Okay.
Unrelated.
Okay.
For a multitude of reasons, I decided to sell it through a brokerage.
Okay.
So basically, instead of me selling the car to you, I sold the car to company. Company sold the car to you. You paid company for the car. Company paid me for the car.
Got it.
Because there were certain rebates in place which made it very lucrative for the person buying the car to go through this brokerage instead of dealing directly with me.
Yeah.
They were able to get a rebate because it was an electric vehicle that I wouldn't have been able to offer.
So you obviously got less than what you would have anticipated selling on your own.
No. I got more. I got more because the electric vehicle rebate
doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
You ended out ahead.
It benefited both of us. It benefited me. It benefited the buyer.
Got it.
It only cost us each like $100 to go through this brokerage, but still came out, thousands of dollars ahead of where we would.
Perfect.
Be. So I thought this is great. So it's all through this one app. So basically, the guy comes to my house. He test drives the car. We had already settled on what the price was going to be. Mm-hmm. He was like, "Yep, I'm in. This car is exactly as you described it. Thank you so much." Blah blah blah. So he goes onto the app. He says that he's going to buy it. About 30 seconds later, I get a notification in the app saying, "All right, perfect. It is now safe to release the car to this person." So instead of me just giving him the title, I am, again, since we're going through this brokerage, I have to send them the title. They then sign the title and send it to this guy.
A lot of work.
It's a lot. It's
more steps, I guess.
More steps, but not difficult. It's easy to put something in the mail. So I said, great. They said it's now safe to release the car to this person. So I then send them the title. Once they receive the title, they release the money to me. I thought, this is great. I put the title in an envelope, do all the paperwork and everything that I need to do. take it to our friends, the End of the Driveway Warriors.
And if I know you can't see right now,
You're
I'm saluting those fine folks. Because listen, we had some rain here last week. They were out there.
Can't thank you enough for working when it was raining.
What were you covered by? A roof? Okay. They had a thin piece of metal that's probably loaded with lead. Right. Because it was built in World War II.
So it is a Friday. We take the title to the post office before we were going away for the weekend.
So you got money on the mind. One last task before you're heading up to the Great White North.
Well, I'm also, it's a bit of a precarious situation because I just gave my car away to somebody.
Oh, that's true.
And I don't have money in hand yet. I'm a little bit nervous, but I trust this company. It's look, millions of people have sold their cars through this before.
Yeah.
Go to the post office, and I even paid for like the priority. It was like $10 or something.
Oh, wow.
Pay for the
like certified type thing.
Yeah, I mean, because it's a little more important. I want to keep an eye on this, make sure it gets there on time.
Be able to track it, all of that stuff, right?
Exactly. They said, great, expected delivery Monday. This is great.
Friday to Monday.
Because again, I don't get my money until they have the title.
I want you to remember, they don't work Sundays, right?
Yeah, I know, but
and on federal holidays,
it did say expected delivery Monday.
Expected. That's doing a lot of lifting, it seems. But
so Monday comes around. I'm checking the tracking. Oh, look at that! It's in whatever town it needs
whatever
to be.
Distribution center, loading on truck. Yes.
Monday comes and goes.
Okay.
Nothing.
So are you following the tracking, or are you waiting to hear from this guy that bought the vehicle?
No, I'm waiting to hear from the company to say that they received the title and that the funds would then be released.
I mixed that up. You sent it to them. They give you money. They give title to him. So essentially, this is a company taking a cut to make sure he's getting a vehicle without risk of you saying, "Ha, I still got the title. I'm going to call the cops on you,"
right,
and vice versa. Okay.
Sure. So there's a lot of trust involved here.
So you want your money,
both on my end and his end. Because he's paid for the car. He's got the car, but he doesn't have a title yet. So, yeah. So
in this situation, though, he is currently in a better position than you.
He is.
He has vehicle and his money.
No.
Brokerage has money.
He's paid the money, yeah.
He has vehicle.
No
you
title.
don't.
Yeah.
And
he
at least
vehicle,
has the tangible thing.
He has vehicle, no money. I have no money, no vehicle.
Yeah, you have
no title.
You have a 13-digit number and the hope of money.
Right. So Monday, check that tracking. That's moving through network.
Yeah, that's a busy. Listen, Monday's the busiest USPS. If you read the forums, you'd know this.
Tuesday, moving through network. It still shows that it's in that town.
Okay. Big town.
A relatively big town. Yeah.
There you have it.
Yeah. Wednesday.
That's the one, though. That's the one.
Moving through network.
Big network.
But now the town. Poof.
Is this network like the Tron grid? Where it's like all expansive throughout?
The network has now been open to the entire world.
Okay.
Because it could be anywhere. There's not like the little ping on the map or anything.
Yeah, the vague moving through network after 3 days would scream to me, this thing has been stuck in the bottom of one of those big mail bins.
Yeah.
Or wedged between the seat as a guy ate a donut on his route because he was working so hard he needed to eat on the job.
Used it as a napkin. So it's now got jelly donut stain on the title to my car.
Well, not your car. I mean, your car, but your car's not in your possession any longer.
Yeah, formerly my car. Thursday.
Yeah.
Now I'm getting the notification that basically says, oopsie.
Oh, no.
With like, it's got Lucky Billy on it. Who's like palms to the sky going,
not gonna believe this one.
I don't know where it went. I'm reaching out to the company. I'm saying, did you get the title yet? They said no, because I give them the tracking number. They're like, no, it still says,
Please don't tell me that you actually reached out to USPS, because you and I know how that would go.
Well, there's about 4 people that work for USPS, I think. We know one of them.
They all have the same script in this situation, too.
So, it's moving through network, as you can see.
Nothing I can do. And to their credit, I don't know what person A, B, C, or D is supposed to do unless they're in that facility and are willing to say, you know what? I'm going to put you on hold.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go walk the building.
Check it out.
Yeah.
Now, I used to feel like, you know, anytime you have to call for a customer complaint, it's like, oh, I know that you're not the person I'm talking to. I know that you're not personally responsible for it. And I would feel bad. But then I said, but you're the person I'm talking to, and like, you're the representative for this company. This is on you. Fix it. In the meantime, I'm out $20,000.
This is not 5-year Jeep project money.
No.
This is modern car, electric car, sold for good money.
I don't know about you, Kyle, but I don't just have 20 grand floating around that I can be like, no big deal.
The pandemic was pretty good.
So
no, that's not a number that the 99% of America who lives the day to day has available to replace.
Yeah, and
on
again,
a whim.
I don't have that.
Right.
I need that money.
Right.
I have a mortgage.
Yep.
I have, like car payment, because now I have my new car. The plan was sell this one, get the money for it before my first payment's even due, so I can just pay that right off, because it worked out where it was approximately the same amount for the new car than I was getting for the old car. It took, let's see, 3 different phone calls. And at least 4 different submissions for lost mail, where is my mail, what is going on, for them to finally locate it. It took a week and a half for them to deliver it, I don't know, 400 miles.
Oh, you'd have been, obviously, but in hindsight, better off
walking it there.
Yeah. Let me tell you a few things you did wrong.
Oh, good.
Do you like post-facto things you did wrong? Is that something that you look forward to?
There's nothing I enjoy more than a Monday morning quarterback.
Obviously,
going with USPS instead of UPS, FedEx, or dare I say, DHL. Hell, the Steve Pony Express idea that I had years ago on this podcast,
that's right,
would have been much more effective.
There were pony bucks at play, and you left those on the table. We were going to use the pony bucks to get your BMX bike here at one point.
Yeah.
I think, and maybe this is a little bit conspiracy of me, but using just the basic law of shapes, an envelope, much easier to lose, misplace, get stuck somewhere. Obviously, you should have put that in a box.
Okay.
So
I should have shipped a flat 8.5 by 11 piece of paper with 2 folds in a box.
Yep. Pay an extra $1, and I believe anytime you pay for one of those boxes, you're going to get the tracking, all that included, and it's going to be insured. Now, it won't be insured up to $20,000, but I also think you'd probably have a hard time convincing them that paper was actually just $20,000.
Well, that's for them to argue.
Your second mistake that you made was not going with the boys in brown or FedEx, because what is the FedEx one with where you can track that thing by the foot, it seems like, right?
Yeah.
And
they tell you when the driver stopped to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, and you can, guy, he's been peeing all day today.
All right, so
I just need the thing there.
So to be clear, you, a strong proponent of the USPS, are telling me that I should have not gone with the USPS.
In this one instance.
With
something that, boy, I don't know what I would do shipping something off that value, because generally I'd say, well, it's out of my hands. It has to get there. I'm not manually bringing it there. I would try to ship it and let it go. But, boy, I don't know. Do you pay for extra paying for extra tracking does nothing.
It does nothing at all when they
it's just tracking that it's still not there.
Right, when they just tell you that generic moving through network, but don't tell me where it is. That's my gripe. Is like, can I have a gripe of the week? Grr, I'm mad.
Right.
I'm paying you to deliver. Like, this is your one job. This is the only thing that I am asking you to do. I am paying you money to deliver this on time because there's a lot in the balance here. I already had a meeting, or I already had an appointment set up at the Secretary of State to go in there and get a new title for my vehicle.
Right. Because all things considered, while this is bad, there are, I shouldn't say, well, it's not great. There are avenues for you to fix it, but it's not super efficient, and it's going to cost you more money.
It's going to cost me more money, and it's going to be difficult because now I don't even have the vehicle.
Right.
I can't even. There are ways to prove ownership of the vehicle because technically I'm still the owner.
Yep.
But it was going to be more time, more hassle, more money. USPS. Why?
I'm glad we agree then. Next time, don't screw it up so bad, Steve.
Josh, I know you're listening, buddy. Maybe you're not. I don't know.
We hope you're listening.
What's going on? Is it a people shortage? Are you not paying the people enough? Why do you just lose things for days at a time? Like, surely I can get my money back for that, right? But nobody does.
No.
But I mean, I could go in there and say, hey, this was supposed to be delivered on Monday. You delivered it like Friday.
Right. Get your $8 shipping charge refunded.
You did not fulfill your end of the bargain.
Yeah.
I mean, you eventually got it there, yes. So I don't think I should get a full amount back, but I should get most of it back, right? You didn't do what you said you were going to do. Boy, can we do that?
I really feel like this is the second time that I kind of have to look at you in a different light recently.
Because I'm so right.
And I'm trying to remember what happened the last time, I believe, that I said that it felt to me, maybe it was a marketplace transaction, that you lost the transaction for the first time. And now it's this. You had to use the brokerage to sell. Because normally this would be, I mean, you've done this 100 times. You've met at a bank and exchanged.
Here's the money. Here's the title.
And you had to use a third party this time.
$4,000.
I know. And look what happened.
I got it.
You ended up getting
it took a little bit longer.
I'd like to see you get back to the Steve I once knew.
Just the grassroots.
The grassroots.
Meeting in a field.
Yep. Meyer parking lot. A bank parking lot, and a handshake.
Okay.
And an exchange of papers, and an exchange of a check.
All right. I want to bring you, no, check, absolutely
cash,
not.
dollars
Cash
only.
money. I'll do cashier's check, but only if you meet me at the bank.
Right.
So I can hand the teller the check and just
have
do
them
that
verify.
whole, like, is it real?
Yeah.
And them say to me, well, we think it is. We'll know in a couple days.
Yeah. If it clears, great. I can't tell you today.
All right. So next vehicle that I sell, you're going to be fully involved in it. From the beginning to end, the whole process. I want you there. You're going to be, I think it's called the heavy. You're going to be my heavy.
Yeah.
So we'll get out of the car in the field. You'll maybe have some brass knuckles on or something.
The Bobby Bacala. Of this interaction.
Maybe the leather gloves, but with the
fingerless gloves.
The tips cut off.
Yep.
And you'll constantly just be doing that thing where you punch your fist into your palm.
Yeah, maybe having
since you're wearing the leather, it'll be like that.
Yeah, like having chalk just to like get ready, just in case I need to rumble.
Yeah, looking at like definitely trench coat.
I'm absolutely there for you.
Okay.
When you finally sell that Comanche.
Oh boy. It's gonna be a tough day.
It is. I don't look forward to that for you.
Just because I'm going to be in mourning.
You are. It's going to be
chasing it down the street.
Come back.
As it's being towed away on a trailer because it won't be droppable.
No question. Whoever's buying that is buying it as you take as is.
Yeah. What, do you think there'd be a warranty?
5 years ago, I started changing the transmission.
All right. Well, good luck, Dick Kyle.
Thank you. I can't wait to report back. I'll keep you updated with some pictures of my drivable car with no rip in the center console in about 35 minutes.
It is 9:41 a.m. So you'll be home by 10.
Yeah.
If I don't hear from you by 1 a.m. or 1 p.m.
Yeah.
Should I drive over? I mean, just assuming that you've given up.
Yeah. No sense in driving over. Just go ahead and send the ambulance.
Okay.
For the burned car that I've lit on fire.
Okay.
Because I'm just going to start over.
This doesn't come out until Tuesday, so if you burn the car, I'll pull this part from the episodes.
Well, check the news.
That way the insurance company doesn't get you for fraud.
Oh, and that we needed to close that loop quick here